Camilla, thank you for joining me today for this snapshot of life at Snap. Can you walk me through a typical day in your role as a data engineer?
Of course. Thank you, Claire, for having me, first of all. So being a data consultant in Snap Analytics, it can look various different ways. So usually, I'd say like 80% of the time at Snap, you would be on a project. So that day looks a specific way. Otherwise, if you're not on the project, you'd be on the bench. And in that case, your day varies on whatever internal Snap tasks we've got to do and we've got to carry on, because of course it's always important to keep our internal systems organized and keep track of everything. But usually you would be on a project. So and that would look like you would have a daily stand-up. So I don't know, it could be at 9:30, I don't know. And you would just gather with your team and the client that you are working for, and just give updates, what you've done, what you did yesterday, what you're going to work on today, and if you have any blockers. And yeah, you do that. Basically, that's one certainty of being a data consultant, having your daily stand-up. And then based on that, projects are really long-term. So, you have tasks that could go on for weeks, months, and so you just carry on what you're working on, or you're going to tackle some issues. And as you said, because I'm part of the data engineering capability team, my tasks will probably focus more on data engineering, fixing any bugs within the softwares that we use, or just carrying on tasks that have been requested by the client. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. And then just constantly communicating with your line manager, your project manager, and even just your peers on your project and the client, of course.
Sounds like a busy day.
Yeah.
What are the primary tools and technologies that you work with on a daily basis?
Yes. So again, because I'm part of the data engineering capability team, I mainly work with Matillion. Mm-hmm. So Matillion is an ETL tool that we use at Snap. Basically, it's this magical tool that I absolutely adore that lets us basically get the data from various different sources. So we connect, of course, to the client's database and data systems, and then we can do all of our transformations, and then we will load it onto our cloud data warehouse. And we at Snap would use Snowflake as our cloud data warehouse, which is also an amazing tool. And I would also use Snowflake quite often as well. It's where you query the data, you check that, you sample the data, you check that everything is in place. And I would say those are my main tools as of right now, but it can vary again. And people at Snap are very flexible, and we can actually explore many different tools. And sometimes I work with data viz tools, like data visualization, such as Power BI or Pyramid, and so it's always a new challenge.
Brilliant. What attracted you to Snap Analytics in the first place?
Wow. So if I have to be completely honest, first time I ever heard of Snap, I needed a placement. So I was a placement student at Snap 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. So as part of my degree, my third year was going to be on placement, and I saw this data consultancy job at Snap Analytics, a very small company, a startup, and I just thought, well, I'll give it a try. And then after a year at Snap Analytics as a placement student, I got offered the opportunity to come back after my degree as a grad, and of course I took it straight away. I was waiting for the moment that they would ask me, just because, and that, I would say at that moment I could tell you what attracted me to come back to Snap, which is just, it's just the job and the people that I interacted with on a daily basis, the support that I would receive, and just the growth, genuinely the growth that I felt that I was undergoing every single day. I just felt like that year changed me completely, so I just wanted to come back.
That's brilliant. What did you study at university?
I studied chemistry, So very different.
How has that helped you in that? How has the degree helped in the transition?
Well, I would say, I mean, chemistry to a certain level, you need to be somewhat analytical. I mean, you do a lot of lab work and you have to be quite precise. So I would say on that side, but technically it's not it's not too relevant maybe. But yeah, I guess that scientific mind side of my brain, I think that's what helped me, I'd say, yeah.
Brilliant, okay. Do you have any work experience in the past that you think helped you prepare for the role?
Well, again, as I mentioned, I mean,
I suppose your placement.
Yeah, you're right. Like my placement, I would say, is my biggest experience to, as a grad here at Snap. But yeah, before that, I didn't have any specific experience, no.
Fair enough. What advice would you give to someone considering a career in either data engineering or data visualization, or even just simply within the data analytics consultancy space?
Yeah, so I would advise people to don't be afraid to make mistakes and fail, within a limit. But no, but it's seriously, I was always, when I first started, I work with honestly amazing and super knowledgeable people every day, and I can see how much they know. I can see the way they communicate with the client, and which is also a skill that it takes a long time to learn properly. And I always felt not always, but at the beginning I thought, I'm scared to not be as good as them. Everyone seems so ready and professional, and so, but actually, not everyone knows everything.
No.
And it's through the mistakes that I've made, or the questions that I've asked mainly, that's how I learned so much. And the challenges that I've been put through because of the trust that Snap gives you, that's what made me grow, and that's what I enjoy as well. So.
Fantastic. My last question,
yes,
and the one I look forward to the most, tell me something that no one else knows about you.
Okay, well, that's a great question. I don't know if, maybe not many people know, but hopefully more people will know once I go into the office more. But I make great lasagna the Italian that I am. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it soon as well.
Reap the benefits.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
We're Snap Analytics. We help organizations make sense of data. If you want to find out more, you can go to www.snapanalytics.co.uk. Thank you.